Everybody, we are live. The next stream will be on Tuesday, which will be the 19th of November at 10 a.m. UK time. Let me just put that there. And hi to everybody. So hi to Chaya, hi to Julia, hi to Manisco, hi to Ronan, hi to Oksana as well. We'll have more people in a moment. Let's get straight down to it then. Okay. I'm going to have to move that there. Okay, that was the greatest day of all our lives. The migrants who passed through Ellis Island. Okay, Ellis Island was high white stripes. Ellis Island was a place in an island in New York Harbor where the immigrants arrived and they were dealt with as they arrived. That's true, Julia. If you double press it, it cancels it. So, Isabel Belarsky was one of the millions of people who were on Ellis Island before its immigration closed in 1954. Who were resided, it would be who resided. It's quite a small island. Okay. Reynard, who was stranded on Ellis Island before its immigration. So, hi to Oksana, who were admitted. Admitted is good. Immigration function. Function, I would use a different word, but it's really close. Were present on Ellis Island. Present actually probably works. Hi Reynard. And hi there to Alex. It's immigration activities. That's very good. I like activities. It's immigration purpose. Ooh. Who were... Facility was closed. Facility is an ice cream for you, Renyard. That's the right word. I'm pretty sure it's immigration. It might be something else, but certainly facility works very nicely. Immigration office. Yes, Oksana. Okay. Facility. Yes, Renyard. Well done. Okay, she was one of millions of people who were processed. Okay, this was a place where people went and they were taken to check. It was an immigration place. It was a place where the immigrants came. Hi Nad, lovely to see you. In 2014, she told the BBC about reaching to the US from the Soviet Union in 1930. Okay, the border, yes, the border too. Border works very nicely. Hi Sid, great to have you. Ha! Spot on, Alex. Gateway it is. An ice cream for Alex there. Reaching the gateway to the US. The coast to the US. I think it would probably be coast of Manisco, but there, yes. The border of the US. Yeah. The border to the US. It could be the border to as well. I think of is more likely though. Okay. Hello, John Favor. Okay, the door to the US. So, the gateway. Alex got that one first time. The gateway to the US from the Soviet Union in 1930. The entrance to, yes, Renyard, exactly. Yes, it collocates with other things, your entry visa, your entry permit. So, On 12th November 1954, a Norwegian seaman, Arne Petterson, was by immigration after overstaying his US shore leave. Was deported by immigration officers. That works very nicely. White Stripes. Deported for Alex. Was evicted by immigration office. So it would be the immigration office. You need the people. By the immigration office. Was apprehended. Authorities, good Renyard. Immigration authorities for the second one. It's the person. He was apprehended, yes, by immigration officers. Whoops, I've given you the... Was born... Evict would work, but it's about being evicted from a house or an apartment. Immigration officers. Immigration officials, yes. Okay, so he was questioned. He was questioned by immigration officers. After, I think, you see, it's interesting. I think in English, British English, I would say officers, but the Americans want to use the word officials. After overstaying his shore leave. Extradited. Evicted immigration officials. Yes, Sid. He risked being deported, but instead he was granted parole. As he stepped on a ferry, that's good, Oksana, that's straight in the ice cream there, on a ferry in New York Harbour, he was by a photographer. On board he was captured. Good word, White Stripes. Captured. On board, yes, Alex. He stepped on board a ferry. So captured is the closest for the second one. Clicked by a photographer. Clicked is really good, Chaya. It's a good word, Chaya. Well done, Chaya. Spotted by. On board, he was filmed by. Let's see. Photographed by a photographer. You could use it. It's really bad style. He was spotted. He was shot. Shot is a really good word as well, Nan. On board and caught. He was snapped. Well done, Alex. It's very tautological. He was snapped. So you started that, Chaya. He was clicked. He was shot. He was snapped. To snap. To snap is a good word for to take a photograph, and we're trying to avoid photographed by a photographer. He was snapped by and he was the last person to be processed on Ellis. The same day, the island that had been millions of immigrants first of the US closed its immigration facilities for the same day, the island that had been millions of migrants first. Oh, that's very good, Alex. Well done, Alex. Well done, Oksana. For good, yes. For good, so that's ice cream. First encounter. You see, I'd probably say first encounter with the US. Hi, Vandana. First home. Not quite Vandana. First experience, yes. For good, yes. Encounter with, exactly. First glimpse of. For good. Well done, Nadia. First place. Not place. Now, lovely to see you, Nadia. And it's great to have you, Nad, as well. So, you got that straight away. First glimpse, yes. So there are lots of ice creams going around there. Definitely for Alex, for Oksana, and for Julia as well. Okay, first glimpse. Their first glimpse. And it closed for good or forever. Is for good. It's an interesting idiom, that, to me, for good. Forever. That should be smaller. Detention centre. By the time Petterson left Ellis Island, was mostly being used as a detention centre, a Rosetta Stone. But Rosetta Stone is talking about translation. A detention camp. A turning stone, a stepping stone for Alex. A detention centre. This is a cornerstone of a new life. Works very nicely. A stepping stone for Julia. Stepping stone for White Stripes. A detention place. Detention city. He's really on fire today. Yes, he is. A detention station. I think it might work as a station. So, a stepping stone too. That's very good. So, a detention centre, this is a collocation. Detention facility works very well, Manisco. A stepping stone. A milestone to a whole new life. I guess milestone would work. A stepping stone. Okay, a stepping stone. Good, Jaya. Option. And situated at the Hudson River between New York and New Jersey, the island had been selected by President Benjamin Harrison as of a central immigration facility in 1890. Okay, on the banks, Juan. So, welcome, Juan, but it's going to be on the banks of. Headquarters of. The headquarters is a good word. On the banks of. Not in, on the banks of, not in, on the banks of, no. Remove. On the banks of. Okay, well done, so. Marina, welcome Marina, great to have you. At the midpoint of the Hudson River. As the hub would work. At the mouth, definitely, Alex. It's at the mouth of. On the shore or on the shore of. At the mouth of. At the bay of. Bay is good, Manisco. At the headquarters. As the headquarters. Okay. In the middle. In the middle, at the mouth. At the edge of. Edge works. Hi, Nina. That's really good. So, situated at the mouth of the Hudson River. A central immigration facility. They've used that word again. Facility. Central immigration headquarters. Yeah, headquarters works. At the harbour. At the mouth of. The mouth of the river. And this is the second part of the sentence. When it became clear that that the one in Manhattan was unable to with the of new arrivals. Good Juan. Well done, Juan. Cope. To handle. No with. Nad. Handle doesn't take with. Influx. Well done, Nadia. Good word. To cope with. With the barrage. Good words, White Stripes. To cope with from Oksana. Good. Cope with from Vandana. Cope and influx from duo. Welcome, duo. Preposition wise, since it's an island, it could be off the bank. Yes, it could as well. With the flux definitely as well. Cope with, Nadia. With the number, works, Oksana. To deal with, yes, Marina. To cope with the influx, very good, that's Vandana. Cope with the influx, good for Julia. To cope with, no up, cope with. To deal with. The entry works definitely, Chaya. With the burst. With the burst. It's not a very good one. With the influx, the stream of new arrivals. Okay, so let's go ahead. In the decades before Ellis Island opened, immigration to the US had shifted. With the pace is a good word. Influx is a good. Let's see, Chaya is a good word for you to be using. To deal with the deluge. Deluge is a good word, Renyard. So the centre of immigration to the US had changed. The flow had shifted. Flow is better. The gateway. Gateway could be. Talking about, but it hasn't. The structure. Very good, Nadia. The structure of immigration had shifted. The steam. The ways. Good, Nad. I like, so, that's definitely, I like Nadia's structure and Nad's ways. The intensity. The roads of immigration. That would certainly work. The intensity had shifted. It works. I think it had increased. The patterns. I think that one definitely goes to Nina. The patterns. The structure. That was a good word, Nina. The team of... So the patterns of immigration had shifted. From the 1880s, there was a sudden rise. This one's easy. People coming from Southern and Eastern Europe. Rise of. I prefer in. It was Nadia who wrote it, yes. Rise of people. Rise in people. I much prefer in to of. A rise in people. A rise in the number of people. A rise of people. Rise in number of people. Yes, Sid. Well done, Nina. A rise in. Yes, Renyard. Let's see. A rise of 10%. A rise of 10%. A rise in intensity. Hi Stardep, great to have you. Please would you all like this chat. We've got 11 likes and 24 viewers. So a rise of 10%, but a rise in number. In says the thing that rises. Yes, that's it, Nadia. And many of them were trying to escape poverty, political or religious we need a rise of 10% in the pace of subscription. Political turmoil, good word. Persecution. Persecution. Political instability, political fanaticism. Good, Vandana. Political instability, I like it. 220 for me. Political landscape. Landscape is a very good word. Political oppression. Religious oppression. Oppression, discrimination, good words. Religious discrimination. So, look at the choices. Political oppression or religious persecution. Yeah? It's quite interesting, and I think oppression fits better for political, and persecution fits better for religions. So you oppress people for their views and you persecute them for their religion. Wow. Okay, and let's continue. But as President JFK wrote in his 1958 book, A Nation of Immigrants, there are probably as many it's until you experience both when you may know the difference. That's very good, Oksana. I like it. Okay, well done, Juan Isuri. Or Isur is our B here. So well done, Juan. Hi Patel, reasons. Alex, reasons. Marina, reasons. As many opportunities for coming. I think it would be opportunities to come as aspirants to come, reasons for Julia, causes for Nina, reasons for Oksana. Hi Dhruv, great to have you. So as many reasons, it was reasons, there are probably as many reasons for coming to America as there were people who came. Motif. So, behind motives. Motive, reason. Motif, a picture or visual design. Star depth. This sounds like the one who says you're my grandmother. Yeah. Hi Vima, lovely to see you. As many changes, chances, reasons. It's reasons. So from John Flavor. In preparation, the island was enlarged partly by using landfill out from New York's first subway tunnels, and a new dock and 3-story timber building were leitmotif. A musical phrase, that's very good. Hi Yaroslav, lovely to see you. Extracted out from, dug out from, carved out from. That's good, Manisco. Dug out from Patel. Taken out from. Dumped, no. Excavated out from. Were constructed. Ice cream for Renyard for the second one. Site. Dug out from. Dug out from. Constructed for the second one, Nina. Definitely. Taken out from. Using landfill. Built. Were built. Yes, Vandana. Were erected. Were built. Good. Dug out from. Excavated from. Excavated is the closest. Hollowed out from. Were constructed. X wouldn't need an out. Hollowed out. Excavated out from. Excavated from. You're right, Nina. Excavated from. Were built. Good, Sid. Okay. Exactly right, Nina. This building would need to be just 5 years later when a fire burnt it. Go the extra mile. Do more than you have to do, Patel. If you go the extra mile, maybe you're required to provide a certain quality, but you go further. You give the best quality that you can give. Is doing everything extra that is above and beyond the call of duty, Patel. Needed to be repaired close to the ground, yes. So well done, White Stripes, well done, Oksana. Renovated for Andres. Needs to be demolished. From Marina. To the ground by Yaroslav, yes. To ashes, burnt to ashes without the na. To ashes for Oksana. To the foundation, it needed to be rebuilt. Yes, Nadia. Number 2 is the ground. Yes, Vandana. To the ground. Yes, Juan. To renovate it. No, to the ground. If you burn it to the ground, raised. Would need to be raised 5 years later. You say, I would say it was raised to the ground by a fire, Alex. To the ground, Nadia, good. Rebuilt, good, Renyard. Burnt to the ground, yes, Marina. So to the ground, yes, but restored, no. Renovated, no, but to the ground, yes. Reconstructed, yes, John Favour. Reconstructed, yes, White Stripes. Rebuilt, good. To the ground. So burnt to ashes, but burnt to the ground. Burnt it to the ground, yes, Renyard. Renovated, no, to the core, to its core. Rebuilt, burnt to the ground. That's good by Julia and Renyard. When the building was raised by fire. So the building would need to be rebuilt. Yeah, built again. When a fire burnt it to the ground, when it was raised by fire, destroying all passenger records dating back to 1855. On 1st of January 1892, Ellis Island opened to immigrants. To welcome immigrants. Good word, Marina. To welcome. Well done, Oksana. I like welcome, is a good word. To process. Yes, Oksana. Open to new immigrants. Yes, that works very nicely, Nad. Good word. To welcome for Julia. Yes. To accommodate. Yes, Juan as well. To new immigrants from Vandana. To new for Renyard. New immigrants to for Renyard. To welcome immigrants. To house, to host. That's okay, Manu. I'm still going to keep going for a couple of minutes. To receive, to accept, duo. To eager immigrants. Yes, Alex. Open to newcomer immigrants. Okay, it opened to receive immigrants. To more immigrants. I guess it would work as well. To greet immigrants. Good word, Nadia. At its during the early years of the 20th century, thousands of people passed through it each day. Patricia, yay! Well, it's nice to have coffee with your family, Manu. In its heyday, good words. Its gates, good white stripe. Its peak, well done, Alex. Nowadays, no. Its doors each day. Good, Oksana. At its best. Yes, at its best works now. In its halcyon days. In its halcyon days. Gates for Nadia. Kate, sorry. At its peak, yes, duo. Through its gate. Yes, duo, definitely. Through its doors, its corridors. Yes, its doors for Marina. At its peak, through its boundaries. I don't like boundaries, Nina, but peak is great. Through its doors each day. At its inception. But its inception was 1892. They've just said that. Through its peak and doors, yes, Renyard. At its peak, yes, Sid. At its top, at its height, I would say at its height, Nadia. Gate, corridor, within its borders. At its zenith, yes, Nadia. At its peak, during the early years of the 20th century, thousands of people passed through its gates each day. Good. Through its door each day. At its apogee, at its zenith. Good words, Patricia. Well done. At its peak. Good, Manu. Angel Island in San Francisco Bay had the same on the west coast from 1910 to 1940. The gates of the island. Yes. The gates of the island. Yes, Nina. Had the same function. Good word, Renyard. History, yes. Situation, perhaps no. Role for Alex. Had the same phenomenon. You don't have a phenomenon, Sid. Had the same process. Not the same. You don't have a process. Had the same burden. Yes, burden might work now. Was in the same situation. Had the same configuration. Just about. Okay, definitely. So this is another ice cream for Alex. Definitely had the same flow, but these are different years. It had the same role. Yes, Julia. It had the same role on the west coast. Yeah, it did the same. It did the same thing. It had the same role. It had the same visitor count. Yes, Nina. San Francisco Bay. Yeah. Okay. But to national park service. Some 40% of Americans living today are from immigrants who came through Ellis Island. Okay, Juan, that's good. The same function, the same meaning, not the meaning, the same function. According to, yes, Andres. According to, yes, Oksana. According to, yes, Alex. But owing to. Are descended from, yes, White Stripes. Descended from Alex, yes. According to for Nad, according to for Nadia, good. According to for Renyard, contrary to. It's the opposite, Patricia. Marina, according to. But according to the national park, yes, Manu. According to. Today, are coming from. No, Nina. Living today, come from. Present simple. You can't use a continuous tense there, Nina. Think about that continuous tense you've used there, and it's wrong. Yeah? This is a state. They come from, yeah? The people who are living today, they come from. Where do you come from? Where are you coming from? Well, I'm coming from the shop to my house, but where do you come from? I come from England. Are descended from, good Nan. According to, descended from, good Julia. Descended from Nadia. Descended from, according and descended from Vandana. Line their roots. You line your pocket. To line is to cover. Living today are households from, according to, definitely now. Line their roots, doesn't work now. Are originated from, yes. That's Renya. Are descended from, yes, Manu. Are originally from. But it doesn't work with the rest, Sid. Trace their roots from, yes. That's, thank you, Alex. They trace their roots from. Migrated from. But from the immigrants. They migrated through. They descended from. Are descended from. Good Patrician. And Nina. You're related from them, Manu. So, let's try. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Many of the people who would help the US, were processed at the island. Grow the GDP. It works, White Stripes, of the US. I'm going to put a "the" here. Help grow the population. Help build the strength. They use this as a collocation quite often. Develop the economy. That's okay. That's not bad, Marina. With the immigration of the US. Develop the economy. Build the economy. Build the nation. Raise the bar. Raise the bar means making something progressively more difficult. Help bulk the economy, says Nad. Raise the taxes. Raise the GDP. Shape the identity of the US. would help shape the identity, swell the coffers, reinvent the economy, contribute to the growth of, help make the US great again. Yes, that's the idea. That's the idea. Shape the identity. This sounds really good. To shape the identity of the US. I've heard this phrase used before. To shape the identity of these people. Okay, one more, and this is going to be the last one. Isabel Belarsky was one to mould the portrait. That's lovely, Patricia. Well done, White Stripes. I thought that was a difficult one, and you got it straight away. Well done, Nina. Well done, Alex. One lucky child. It works, Oksana. One of those children. Shape the identity. It's an irony. Is it an irony? Okay. Was one such child. Isabel Belarsky was one such child. One lonely child. Was one of these children. Because it's pretty. It's shiny, Patricia. One of these children. One such child. Such is referring to these children who shape the identity. Was one such child. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop there. So thank you all very much indeed. Next stream will be on Tuesday, which will be the 19th of November at 10 a.m. UK time. Yes, her parents realised it was the best way to... She traces her roots to Eastern Europe, absolutely. So thank you all. It's been great. It's been real fun. No problem being late, Manu. But there are things we can't avoid. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, John Flavor. So thank you to Alex and Andres, and thank you to John Flavor. Thank you to Juan. Thank you to Julia, thank you to Manisco, thank you to Manu, thank you to Nadia, thank you to Nad, thank you to Nina, thank you to Oksana, thank you to Patricia, thanks to Renyard, thanks to Sid, thank you to Uncle El, thank you to Vandana, thank you to Yaroslav, thank you to Marina, and thank you to White Stripes. It's been great having you all here. Thank you so much for coming. It's been great. It's an interesting article. Let's see. I'm glad you liked it, Sid. So take care, everybody. I'll put the link in the in the information. Did they talk of jewelry? No, they didn't. So take care, everyone, and bye for now.